Welcome back to the channel, and tonight we're finally going to do a shakedown run of our entry in the 2024 Poor Boys RC YouTube Speed Run Challenge. For the rules, I'll put a link to Phil's channel, the Poor Boys RC. He explains everything that we're going to do, but I'll just show you what we're going to run in ours. I made a few changes since the build videos. Put a couple speed holes in the front fenders, let a little air out, and we cut the taillights out, and we trimmed around the exhaust on the body. We're going to run both bodies. We have this and we have the Karma Gia. The Karma Gia is not getting run yet because we're going to do a fancy paint job on it. That will be coming up in the next week or so. That will come out probably about the time that this actually starts. This starts on August 15th. Power-wise, a lot of this, well, every bit of this was provided by Anderson RC. We didn't choose it for any particular reason. I just wanted to run a 3-cell. And so we're going to run 3-cell. We have a ProTech 130C 4800. We don't need all that tonight. I'm going to tone it down with the endpoints on the throttle. I'm not sure how adjustable a Sidewinder 3 speed controller is. I don't have my Castle Link with me. I'm not sure what I did with it. 5700 kV. This is a sensored motor, sensorless speed controller. That's the way it comes in the combo. It works. We did bench test it the other night and spun it up, and everything works fine. Let's see what else. The wheel disc. Those are just a carbon fiber disc. They're like 2 or 3 millimeters thick. A buddy of mine used to run these at a velodrome. I don't think it'll throw us out of the class 2, but it's really just a visual thing. It might add a little aero. I don't know. Probably going to destroy them tonight. I hope not, because I only have one set, and they're really old. Yeah, racing shocks. 24-tooth pinion gear. I do have a 26 and a 29, but I believe we're going to have to make some clearance in the gearbox to go to that. Or we also have the speed gears. We got the Tamiya speed gears, and we also, with the 29, we probably have the option of going ludicrous gearing. I don't know if we want to go there yet. I just want to see if we can drive it like it is first, and we're going to creep up on it. We still have about 2 weeks before this officially starts. We're still waiting on some U-joints. We got some GPM steel U-joints. I've seen one car in some videos already break the rear axles, and they seem to be pretty soft. And this car was never intended to go as fast as they're making them go already. I think I've already seen 71 miles an hour. This car out of the box is only like 16 miles an hour. So that's quite a bit of a jump. I don't have anything fancy tricks-wise on the chassis yet. We haven't done anything other than set it in a low position. We got 50 millimeter shocks. I did lock the front diff with the theory of it pulling the car straight and not pushing it so much and not wanting the diff out. From what I've seen, a lot of guys are having problems with de-acceleration when they let off. The car's wanting to unload and get sideways, and that's when it starts tumbling. So I'm going to keep that in mind and try to have enough room to roll out of the throttle. And yeah, so let's head to the parking lot and see what we can get out of it tonight. All right, we're live on location. Not the best parking lot. We got some sand. We're going to make the shakedown run. We're going to start about where that white Chevy truck is, if you can see that. Not quite that far out. And just make a pass crossways. A little worried about the difference in the pavement here, going crossways. Hopefully it's not a ramp. This is not going to be our official speed run place. We've got another location. We'll have to do it on a weekend though. So let's see what this thing will do. All right, shakedown run. Not the best place. There's our speedometer. We've started, and there is the speedy car. splitter is splitting. What happened? Body got pulled down from something.
I seen it, but then I didn't see it.
Okay, we lost 2 body pins immediately. Alright, let's go see how fast that was.
Thing's a lot quicker than I was thinking.
It's a little spiffy. Alright, stop. Read. 51 miles an hour, out of control.
Huh.
So, and that's after hitting the bump, so she's got more in her.
Yeah.
That was not even full throttle for a second. Here I was.
And that's still a 2-cell, right?
No, it's 3.
Oh, okay. So you just went full
I
out.
said I was going to go
Baby steps.
drop the end points down, but I didn't. We're at 150%.
Huh.
I think that's what happened. I think the body went down at 50 miles an hour. That splitter might be too much, and it just shoved it down on the tire.
So maybe some foam in between here and there.
Probably needs some foam.
But we didn't lose any of the cool carbon wheel discs.
The wheel disc held up. That's gonna have to be trimmed, unfortunately. We'll make another pass or 2 before we go cutting on stuff, because you can't put it back.
At least the chassis
I think what we
ain't
need
even
to
got
do-
scratched yet.
I think we're going to stiffen the front shocks up, put a couple rounds on the front springs, just to get the front end off the ground.
Okey-dokey.
So just hit the top
Round
button.
2. Top
We
button.
didn't change anything, but I put about 4 rounds on the front springs to hold the front end up. That servo is lazy. It's kind of like.
Well, good thing we don't have to turn much. Poor little splitter.
Splitter ain't gonna make it. I got scissors. I don't want to cut it off, but I may have to. Because it's definitely, the front tires are rubbing so bad. I think it's pulling the front end down. I think it's pulling the front of the body down. That bump's not gonna get it. I'm gonna try right here.
We just got a sand.
We got a sand trap, but we don't have any seam. I got sun in my eyes on the way out, so that'll be good for us.
Well, stick the landing. The high.
Stick the landing. We ain't got to go get it.
Ah. Well, bug body does kind of put it back on its wheels.
Well, see what we did anyway. Yep. Couldn't get on it long enough.
Lost some paint.
Yeah. That's melting the body. It melted the body. It literally melted it.
Huh.
Okay, this is good news. It's not broke. Just popped the bulk up. And these things are not the easiest to get back on. These are the factory bulk ups. Wheel disc survived the flip, but unfortunately, the fenders are gonna have to go. Look at that. Downforce, baby.
Well,
No bueno.
you'll have that from time to time.
It'll happen. Carnegie is going to be the body.
49, 50, 3 mile an hour off of what it was.
3 mile an hour off with the front end flopping.
Oh, that's kind of painful to watch.
Yeah, well.
This proves the importance of testing.
This is why we don't just throw the whole shebang at it at one time. Splitter is still questionable because I think it's just too much downforce in the front.
Well, without any support.
Without any support underneath it, don't have a bumper.
Yeah.
If it had a bumper under it, it might have a chance. I'm trimming it a little bit just to we're tuning it in. We didn't butcher it too bad. You can go full Baja buggy and just take the fenders off.
Volksrod.
Volksrod. We got more clearance, Clarence. This battery's not even peaked out. I stopped it early just so we can get it out here. Let's give that a whirl. Sounds better. Let's get yeah, let's mess it up.
Stick it. Aha!
Do a wellness check. Something felt funny.
Oh.
Oh, that feels funny.
Whoopsie.
And we lost a dog bone. We lost an outdrive and a dog bone. Somewhere up there.
Alright.
So that's a stop. And a read. 50. Dang it.
So 51.
51 so far.
48. And
Consistent.
yeah. So we found said ejected parts.
I think this might be our issue from a couple of tumbles. I don't have any tools here to check and see if that's broke.
You've also got one more hole that you can drop it down on.
Yeah, we got optionals. Optional.
There.
That's going to lower. That's actually raise the car. But yeah, we did find the ejected parts in the parking lot. That's amazing. They match the color of the parking lot. We got U-joints coming, like I said at the beginning of the video, but U-joints aren't going to do you any good if you don't have the outdrive. Why is that so sloppy and got like 20 degrees of toe in? I think it must be broke. Something's weird. Axle's not even bent. Has it got that much toe? It's rubbing the shock.
No, it must have bent the plastic somehow. Quality.
Quality.
Dadgummit feel.
I'm gonna make a baby run. We didn't charge the battery fully, and I'm not sure where it's even at. Speed controller's warm. Motor's warm. We're only running a 24 tooth pinion gear. Yeah, it's gonna get weird.
Maybe some further investigation.
There is an optional aluminum upright that usually just leads to breaking something else when you start throwing
Make
aluminum
one
on
part
stuff.
stronger.
Yeah. I just hadn't found a clear path on this parking lot that feels good.
Because I'm wondering if that little hump is what's chunking it airborne.
Yeah, there's a hump.
Like right there.
That's not good for it, obviously.
I'm thinking now, maybe diagonal's not as bad.
Not be as bad. Look at that rear end. We better turn the.
You never know.
Never know. This thing's falling apart, but it might break our personal record tonight. Our PB.
Might need to just go ahead and snag that other MFO 1X chassis for spares.
Yeah, it might not be a terrible idea. Alright, we're reading. Now the lady's got her trunk open.
Selling mixtapes.
Yeah.
Still kind of tracks straight-ish.
When you turn the wheel, it just keeps going whatever direction you tap it.
I think that's that slow servo.
That servo's slow and lazy.
That very, very slow return to center.
Hard steer strippage. That wasn't a healthy one. The bouncing might have got the gears.
Good thing we've got spares.
We got spares. We got 2 more sets.
Woo. Woo.
Hopefully it's just the spur gears. We got those. And here we go. What do we get before it blowed up? Did I not hit? What happened there?
Was that the last one?
It was reading.
It was.
I ain't gonna do it now. We must have hit stop. What the crap?
Well.
Oh well. Back to the workshop.
Well, technically it's time to go on vacation.
Yeah, we got vacation in a day, and I wanted to get at least 1 run in just to.
I think 51's not bad.
51 out of the box.
Literally
never
the first time on the pavement.
We did no math. We've done no real research. We just kind of went off what we were used to doing.
Shoving horsepower and voltage in it.
Yeah, hit it with all the horsepowers.
This would be a good time to give a shout out to old Anderson RC, because more than likely we'll have to buy that other MF-01X chassis. All
right, we're back in the shop. That was fun. We didn't really break anything. The body did self-clearance itself. We had to cut it out. As you've seen, it was melting the right side over here. We only lost 1 body pin. That was the very worst parking lot that I could have picked for our first test run. We'll get the battery out, get it going on storage mode. That battery was not fully charged. It was almost. Had to cut it short because we were running out of time. Kind of rushed this run because I am going on vacation. I wanted to get 1 in before everything got good and started. And a little extra security. I didn't trust the Velcro on the GPS. I didn't want to lose it. Somehow, we did manage to find that outdrive and the dog bone in the black and gray parking lot with the black and gray parts. Run a little extra battery tape there just to secure this battery because it's kind of small. There's our battery. It survived. It's a soft case. It's not a hard case, so definitely had to tape it in there. We didn't want it to fly out. The only issue that we had is the side that the dog bone and the outdrive flew out is this rear hub carrier has gotten, I feel like it has gotten wallered out from one of those violent tumbles because it's not broke. But we got about 10 degrees of negative toe on the rear. Now, I do believe the motor moved. I don't think we stripped the gear, but we'll find out for sure here in just a second. Y'all seeing this? No, you're not seeing any of it, are you? Change that angle. There you go. Go ahead and pull this rear. Well, that's a good thing. The screw pin is straight. It's not bent. Get the dog bone out of the way so we don't lose it. Yeah, it's not broke. It's like double sized. It just wallered it out. I wonder if it wallered the arm out because it's wallered out some, but yeah, I don't know. It didn't seem unusually loose out of the car. But the top one is quite a bit tighter. Yeah. It don't take much to get a bunch of slop in there. I think we just we wallered that hole out. It's a little oblong. The bottom hole there. That's the low position. So we can simply raise the car up Might not be a bad thing. And we'll do that. Let's pull the motor out right quick. And unfortunately, I can't see the spur gear on this car without taking it apart. We do have 2 sets of speed gears. Right, pinion gear inspection, it looks perfectly fine. Something just fell. Hope that wasn't important. I'm not sure what we okay, we stripped something else. No. We just I believe we just moved the motor. Need to shine my flashlight in there. There's not really any debris in there. Normally you'd see a bunch of plastic shavings if the spur gear was stripped. Spur gear appears to be fine. I think the motor just shifted enough and it fell away from it before it just cleaned it off. I think it just fell away and just made it was just hitting the edges of the gears. Either way, we're going to crack the case open. Not tonight, but we're going to crack the case open. And while we're in there, because I want to change the servo. The servo, it's strong, but it doesn't return to center real easy. And the car was wanting to get a little floaty. I should have stopped while I was ahead because that wasn't a good parking lot at all. But we continued on because, again, I'm trying to rush a video in before we get gone for the vacation. The wheel covers survived. Unfortunately, they're glued on there. And if we change the tires, I don't know if we can get them off. We might damage them getting them off. So we might lose some style points when we run the Karma Gia body. Speed control did come to loose that one. That was a major tumble, but it actually stuck right back down. It didn't hit the ground. It was just hanging out of the car. So all in all, we only wallered one hole out. Motor dropped out a mesh, and we lost a body pin. So not a terrible run. Terrible parking lot. I think I was on full throttle, maybe a second or two, maybe. And the nose dived. We needed a foam pad between the bumper. I think that splitter actually caused quite a bit of downforce in the front and pushed it onto the tires, plus the tires were rubbing. So it's just a combination of everything in that front end getting pushed down. And car got extra squirrely. So that's our first initial run. So subscribe for the actual speed runs when we actually get into it. We may buy another car just for parts. Because I don't think parts are going to be real easily available, maybe not. I thought about putting aluminum uprights, but if you do that, you're just leading it on to the next weak point. You might tear an arm up or you'll bend that piece of aluminum and it's no good. So for now, we're just going to use the upper hole. We're going to raise the back of the car up, and I might compensate with the lower end of the shocks. But yeah, not totally disappointed in our first run. We're definitely going to find a nicer place to run this thing next time. And easily 60 plus miles an hour. I'm just shooting for 60. I'm not trying to top the charts. My personal goal is 60. 51 on throttle for 2 seconds is we're going to get there, no problem. We still got more gear both ways. We got pinions and the speed gear, and we haven't even tried the ludicrous setup. So we got a lot of room. So 70 would be amazing. 60, I'm happy. Yeah, that's it for this video. We'll see you next time. Subscribe if you want to follow up with this and follow our paintwork and all the other stuff we do. Be on the lookout for some more beach videos. I know they're not great, but I like running some cars on the beach. I got one that goes every time we go, so it'll be there. And the RC10 will be in Tampa on the clay track, just doing a shakedown and run on it. That'll be a running video. I actually drove it last night, and that thing is silky smooth. It runs smoother than any of my RC10s that I ever remember having. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.